Good day, everyone. So this is the recorded presentation of the class orientation for Ed 126 and 126.1 Educational Technology 2 for this semester academic year 2021-2022. By the way, I am Fernando Siquete Jr., your teacher for this subject. I am the licensed professional teacher and currently finishing my thesis writing for the degree Master of Science Education, major in biology. Faculty and at the same time the department chair of the secondary teaching department. And below are the my social media account. Now I have here my researchgate.net wherein I posted my researches here. And then this I actually have three Facebook account, but this one is the one that I used. No? And then this one is my Instagram and then my institutional email wherein you can also reach me through here and then my LinkedIn account, and of course my Twitter account. And I think for this subject, it is essential also to mention all these social media accounts since we are talking about educational technology. So that is my full name. Sir Rebicoy is my middle name. Okay, and of course you can call me Sir Frank. Okay, for this subject, of course, as you all know, we will be using Google Classroom for the entire semester. And I think wala na tayong problema when it comes to the manipulation of your Google Classroom since nag-start yung pandemic, ito na yung ginamit natin. So way back 2020. Okay? And then, as you all know, that in the classwork tab, I'm sure you're very familiar with this, that in the classwork tab, ito yung hanapan ng mga materials, no, na yung kailangan ninyong basahin, kailangan video na kailangan ninyong look into and watch into, and then of course, activity sheets, no? So dito natin ilalagay. Okay. And then, of course, you will be notified if ever merong materials na ma-post. Anyway, kung meron naman kayong kung meron naman kayong mobile app, kung Google Classroom, and then connected siya sa data, I think you will be notified naman, no? If ever mag-post ako ng something, anything sa Google Classroom natin, no? Given that you're connected to internet. Okay? And then submission of outputs, I think na-overcome na siguro natin yung mga difficulties no on submitting your output. So we have a lot of strategies na ways, means on how to submit our outputs. And please take note, initiatives are very important no, during this time, no, up until this time. And please take note that cheating is a big no-no for me. And plagiarism or plagiarizing is a big no-no for me also. If you will be caught, you will be automatically given a grade of zero, a point of zero, no? So do not ask anymore, no? Okay? Kung meron kayong kinuhang idea from a particular source without acknowledging it, therefore, and then of course it is very clear that you are claiming the idea, therefore then you will get zero from me. Okay? Next is the deadline. I am not so strict with the deadline. No? Um, there is a due date given, but then again, I will still accept late submissions of outputs. It's just that meron na siyang deductions. Please take note that all outputs will be deducted 2 points per day. Okay? So please do not attempt to submit your output at the end of the semester. No? Kasi kung i-compute natin yan, baka mag-negative pa yan. Okay? So make sure to take note the due date, and then kung hindi talaga siya masubmit, anyway, you still have time naman to submit pa. No? It's just that right after the due date, mag-start na ang deduction. Okay? 2 points na deduction. Okay, I hope that is clear to everyone. Okay, so we have here, of course, we are using Google Classroom. Ito talaga yung ginagamit natin for our class, right? Okay. And of course, lahat ng mga activities natin, dito natin kinukuha. Therefore, if you're going to submit your outputs, dito natin siya ilalagay sa Google Classroom. But in case na you will encounter problems uploading your output sa Google Classroom, okay, I would recommend to use Telegram. You also have here Messenger, and of course Gmail, no? Mind you that if you are to submit your output sa email, meron siyang 25 MB lang, no? So beyond 25 MB, it will be converted to a Google Drive link, no? And therefore you have to change some settings, no, necessary settings. Okay. Okay, so again, aside from Google Classroom, but please, as much as possible, i-try natin na dito talaga mag-submit sa Google Classroom. So kung hindi naman sa Google Classroom, again, you have Telegram. Okay, so for my Telegram, I think wait, 09. I'll try to use this one. Uh, so this is my Telegram account, 092920. Erase ko nga. 207-341-3. Okay, so that is my Telegram account. So that is 3413. Okay, sige. Okay. But then again, if you are to submit your outputs outside Google Classroom, you still have to go back to your Google Classroom and then turn in. Ano, dapat mag-turn in talaga para hindi ka makakuha ng automatic zero. Kasi yung mga estudyante na hindi nakapag-turn in, para automatically I will score it as zero kasi parang missing siya. Okay? So you have to go back. So for example, if you submitted your outputs in Messenger, you have to go back to Google Classroom and then mag-turn in ka and then paki-private comment na lang that activity 1 was submitted to my Messenger. So that by the time I will check it, naka-turn in ka, hindi ako ma-shock na wala siyang laman kasi meron akong mababasang comment na you submitted it sa Messenger at hahanapin ko siya sa Messenger. Okay, so again, these are the platforms that we are to use when you are to submit your output. Okay. Of course, this is a very cliche statement, no? So that is why you should not ask me if ever I will caught you cheating, I will caught you plagiarizing, because you will get really automatically zero from me. Okay. So the subject is Ed 126, 126.1 as a laboratory equivalent to EdTech 2. So this course focuses on the development of learning packages by utilizing the latest information and communications technology in their design, production, and use in the instructional setting. So this is actually the part 2 of your EdTech 1, no? So that is Ed 125. So the students will experience the iterative process of instructional design. Most likely, you are to, for this subject, most likely output based na siya. Okay, so it will also expose the student to the multimedia applications in teaching by making use of the online learning environment. And then, of course, you have to use computer-based instruction, that is your CBI, online learning activities like treasure hunts and web quests as avenues for both teaching and learning. But then again, since we have limited what do you call this, material, no? Mas maganda kasi ito kung nasa computer laboratory tayo so that if you're going to construct your treasure hunts and web quest, I could actually automatically check on it, no? But for your case kasi, we are doing it online, so most likely we are to stretch it, no? We are to contextualize the subject. Okay, so for the components, I actually divided it into two. So the first component is for the lecture, which is 60% of your grade, and then laboratory, which is 40. Okay, so for lecture, we have individual output, you have group output, and of course, you have major examinations. Okay, so that is 60% of your grade, and 40% for your laboratory. Again, it's still the same: individual output, group output, and final output. Okay, so the final output would be 1 to 2. Sorry, that's 2 to 3 final outputs na siya. Okay, for this subject. Okay, questions? If you have questions, please do not hesitate to message me sa GC. Make sure if you have queries, wag i-PM, no? Kindly message it sa GC so that everybody can see your questions. Baka your question is also the question of other classmates, no? Para mausan ako siya tubag. Okay. And then activities will just be posted, and I think I will give you a heads up if ever we will be having our online what I mean is a synchronous class. Okay, but most likely since you are gamay lang man sa classes, so most likely what we're gonna do here, I will just record the lecture presentation, and then probably I will just post it together with the activity, and then I will set for the deadline for the submission of your activities. Okay? So have a good day, everyone. God bless and keep safe.